Hi, this is Matthew from Everybody Community. We've got a project that we're doing. It's a betteramerica.club. Take a look. Who is going to bring peace to the world? This is what the question is. Who's going to bring peace to the human race, to humanity? How is that going to happen? Why hasn't it happened? One of the things my mother said, she was a wise woman. She said a lot of really good things, but some things that she said, I don't agree with. One thing she said was, "Oh, Matthew, there will always be wars." I don't buy it, not on my watch. I don't expect, don't get me wrong, I don't expect to end war myself, but I don't believe that wars will always exist. And I want to do everything I can to prevent wars because we can see, where does it get us? Wars are based upon, tyrants fighting over territory, fighting over power, manipulating innocent, well-intentioned, gullible people into killing each other so they can have a bigger piece of the pie, so they can have more power, so they can get more natural gas, or they can get more oil reserves, or they can get more gold or silver or some other minerals that they need for their power. So we got kids digging ditches for cents a day, digging for diamonds or digging for other minerals. How is peace going to come about? Is it going to be from the leaders? Some leaders, maybe. They're peaceful people. They don't want to go to war. What about America? What about Israel? What about Ukraine? What about Russia? These are some current wars going on. There's some current wars going on in the Congo. People being killed, people being slaughtered wholesale. Who's going to bring peace? Is it going to be these genocidal leaders, these homicidal maniacs, these tyrants? Are they going to bring peace? Because not all leaders have good intentions. Not all leaders want peace. They want control, they want power, they want resources, they want to expand. Take yet Netanyahu, for example. He wants greater Israel. In order to have greater Israel, he's got to eliminate the Palestinian threat. He shows pictures of what it's like. He wants to expand. He wants to create this corridor, this trade corridor that's going to compete with what China's doing with their new Silk Road idea. They want to dominate. Those leaders, they want to dominate. They don't mind killing. They don't mind having war. If you look at the history of Israel and you look at the history of China, this is not a peaceful culture. This is not a peaceful ideology. These are people that train up. And America supporting the genocide in Palestine right now, these are homicidal leaders. So do you think that these people on their own are suddenly going to say, oh, we want peace? No. They use war as a way to get what they want. They manipulate and brainwash naive and well-intentioned individuals to go fight for them. They spend a lot of the taxpayers' money on technology that can help to kill more people, can help to dominate and control more people. So who's going to bring peace to the world? Not the tyrants that run things in these warmongering countries. We got to wake up. God is not coming to save us, okay? We've got to save ourselves. You're definitely going to be dead before any God comes. So it's on us. It's our responsibility. And how does that happen? It happens through community. It happens with people learning to work together. If you never get a chance to learn to work together, you're not going to know. If you never get a chance to work on a car, you're never going to know how the car works. You won't have any ability at all to repair your car. You won't have any ability at all to cook a meal if you never learn and study how, well, same thing with conflict. Same thing with differing ideologies. What's the North Star? What do we shoot for? Peace, cooperation, empowering each other, Accountability when someone's doing some bad things. Compassion for each other, respect for each other, love for each other, and learning how to cooperate and work together. We don't have a platform for that now. This is the platform for that. This is the platform for connecting with other people, getting into a room at times when we need it, and finding a way that we can be compassionate, even though we agree to disagree, even though we feel like we're being wronged. How can we work this out in a peaceful way? There's no forum for that right now. There are only forums for judgment, condemnation. My God's going to send you to hell. Think ideas like this. I'm getting a lawyer up so you can beat them in court. It's not about cooperation, is it? Almost all the time, people aren't taught. People don't know how. Work together, live together in peace. Find the skills to do that. Find the way to do that. And let me tell you, warring governments, like the ones that we're seeing, that are murdering each other right now, are not a good example. That's not a good example of how to get things done. You don't kill until the other one just totally gives up so that you can have your way. That's what war is about. War is one of the most lowest things that a person can do. You have an argument, you get physical. This is really fight or flight, reptilian response, reaction, instead of being a compassionate human being and trying to work that out. Take a deep breath, walk away, find a way to communicate. If somebody's hurting somebody, okay, hold them accountable. If you've got an disagreement with somebody, try to find a way to work it out. We have platforms for that. And everybodycommunity.org, everybody.org. This is a platform if you have some differences. But this idea about, being able to create peace through just bombing the hell out of another country or murdering people, no. And that's not going to come from these sociopath, these pathological, homicidal leaders that war up. They gear up for war and they go and they were really impressed with how they are able to murder so many innocent people. It's ridiculous. That's not the solution. That's not the way to go. It comes from us. It comes from the grassroots. It comes from us saying, I'm not going to participate in a war. I'm not going to murder people just because we disagree. I decided I want a peaceful life, and I want them to have a peaceful life too, as long as we're not hurting each other. And I don't believe your fairy tales about them as a bad guy. They're like us. They're just like us. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe.